please concentrate here. Let us suppose we have ax by. Okay, ax by, it is going to give you x amounts of, if for example, if I have a2 b3, then I will get 2a. It will be having 3 positive charge and y, b and x negative charges. Okay, so I will get x amount of a and y number of b's. So if they can ask you the total number of atoms in this particular, they will give you some number of molecules, or say they will give you the moles, or they can give you the grams also. So if they give you the grams, then you have to calculate the number of moles and then multiply it with 6.022 into 10 power 23 in order to get the number of molecules. The number of molecules you can get by the above formula. है ना, इसको अगर आप लोग प्ले कीजिएगा, number of moles अगर आपको, for example, they have given the mass. ठीक है, तो given mass है आपके पास, divide by molar mass, और यहाँ पे आपके पास क्या है, given number. तो आपको number कैसे मिल जाएगा? You can just 6.022 into 10 power 23 को क्या कीजिएगा, इस साइड ले आइएगा, you will get the given number. Okay, I hope you are very much well versed with that type of calculation. You'll also see the questions, so वहाँ पे clear हो जाएगा. Total number of atoms will be x plus y. What is x and y? X and y are the subscript here, into the number of moles of molecules of ax and by. Number of A atoms will be equal to x, that is the number of atoms of x in ax by, into the number of molecules of ax by. Can somebody tell me what should be the formula for number of B atoms in this case? If my molecule is ax by, what will be the number of B atoms? Tell me. What will be the number of B atoms?
Y into number of molecules.
Very good. Y into number of molecules. ये सबको आया? Yes or no? Please tell me, guys, all of you. Adriel, Hamza, Krishna, Prajwal,
Yes,
Priya.
sir.
What about Priya and Prajwal? आपको समझ में आया ये?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, next thing is the number of electrons. Okay, number of electrons. Now this may get a bit tricky. This is the summation of the atomic number of all the atoms into the number of times they have appeared into the number of molecules of ax by. For example, in this case, what I will write, number of electron will be equal to Za. Za means the atomic number of A into Xa means the number of times A has appeared. Xa का क्या हो जाएगा? Xa will be equal to x. Now here we have Zb, that is the number of, the atomic number of B and the number of times B has appeared, which will be equal to what? Which will be equal to y. This is y और यहाँ पे x आ जाएगा. दोनों को ऐड कर दीजिए into the number of molecules of A and By. Now, if they ask you number of protons in the neutral molecule, number of electrons and number of protons are equal. So the same formula you will use, and you will also get the number of protons. Okay. So they have asked about atoms. They have still not very much asked about electrons and everything. So protons and electrons भी आगे वो पूछ सकते हैं. For similar reasons, number of neutrons will be equal to what? It will be the sum of A minus Z. What is A minus Z? A is the mass number. A is what? Mass number of atom AB, and Z is the atomic number. Okay? And x is what? X is the number of atoms A and B present in one molecule of ax by. ठीक है, सेम है यहाँ पे, बस आपको A minus Z करना है हर एक के लिए. ठीक है, for example, if the atomic mass of something is, let us suppose 23, और उसका atomic number 11, तो A हो गया आपका 23 minus 11 into x times. For example, it is appearing 2 times. तो 23 minus 11 कितना हो जाएगा? This will be equal to 1 and 2. 12 into 2 यहाँ पे इसका क्या आ जाएगा? 12 into 2 plus next element का फिर हम लोग देखेंगे. Okay, so they have still not asked, but you will write this formula and let us see some questions now. Can you write this question? The number of n atoms in 681 gram of C7H5N3O6 is x into 10 to the power 21. The value of x is dash. So we have to calculate the value of x. This is integer type question. I write this question. Also, one more thing you have to always take care. If they have given you an A na, अगर उन्होंने value दे 6.02 into 10 power 23, then you have to use this value only. Please don't use 6.02. If they have given 6.02, then you have to use 6.02. All of you wrote the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So let us see how we are doing this question. number of n atoms will be equal to, देखिए n हमारे पास कितना है, tell me how many nitrogen atoms do we have? 3 है ना। तो यहाँ पे क्या था, b atoms के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, the amount of times, the number of times it has appeared, that means 3 है ना, 3 into number of molecules, so यही हमने लिखा है यहाँ पे 3 into number of molecules of C7H5N3O6. Now we have to calculate the number of molecules of what, number of molecules of C7H5N3O6. Now this will be equal to the given mass upon the molar mass into 6.022 into 10^23. This is going to give you number of molecules of C7H5N3O6. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
है ना, ठीक है। Now divide by molecular mass. Molecular mass is going to be 227. इसको अगर आप कैलकुलेट कीजिएगा तो 7 into 12 into 5 into 1 plus 3 into 14 plus 6 into how much, 16 है ना। इनको कैलकुलेट कीजिएगा, you will get the molar mass as 227. Now when you calculate this, it is going to be equal to 5.418 10 to the power 24. अब 10 to the power 24 को हमने 10 to the power 21 क्यों किया, because they have asked me in this format x into 10 to the power 21. So they want us to have the power 10 to the power 21, and when you convert 10 to the power 24 to 10 to the power 21, it will be equal to 5418. So x will be equal to 5418. Please note this down, है ना। उसके बाद अगला ही सवाल similar है. We are going to do the next question. Write this question down. साथ साथ इस सवाल को भी लिख लीजिएगा आप लोग। Oops, sorry. I hope you can see the question, no? हाँ, ठीक है, everything is visible. Write the question also. See, sometimes they will give you the atomic mass and everything, sometimes they are not going to give you, है ना। तो दोनों के लिए आप लोग को प्रिपेयर रहना। Once you get the value of x, please send the answer on chat. Just to I'm giving you 3 more minutes, है ना। Calculation बहुत ज़्यादा tough नहीं है, that is why 3 more minutes and then we'll solve the question. Then I will give you a hint. Take your time. Yes, Priya, very good, correct. करेक्ट Edukiran. तो इंटीजर नियरेस्ट इंटीजर लिखिए. You are writing it in decimal. Yes, Krishna, very good, correct. What about Hamza and Prajwal? आपके आंसर्स नहीं आए. Yes, Hamza, can you tell me, are you stuck? Yes, Hamza.
It's a kind of, but I'm still trying.
जी, चलिए बताइए आपने कैसे किया है. Yes, Hamza, tell me. Number
what
of sodium atoms is equal to
1 into 8 by 23
8 by 23.
into 6.022 into 10 to the power 23.
जी, क्या है आंसर?
So I'm calculating that.
अच्छा, you are calculating. Okay. What about Prajwal? आप यहाँ तक आपने भी किया? Yes or no? ठीक है, बेसिकली यहाँ पे ना आपको अप्रोक्सीमेशंस ले लेना है. ठीक है, नियरेस्ट इंटीजर बोला है ना. हाँ, यस Prajwal, very good, that is right. Yeah, and you have to send the answers to Salim. Okay, if you send to Learnivio, I won't receive it. ठीक है. Yeah. Yes, Hamza, that is right. So 8 6 का कितना हो जाएगा? 48. ठीक है, 0.22 को हमने छोड़ दिया. Divide by 23 into 10 to the power 23. Now this is approximately equal to 2 point something होगा, right? 23 into 2 is how much? 46, right? And 48. तो 2.5 से ऊपर तो कभी नहीं जा सकता, है ना? It will not go above 2.5. It will be less than 2.5 itself. If it is less than 2.5, that means it is approximately equal to how much? Approximately equal to 2. तो आपका आंसर यहाँ पे कितना हो जाएगा? It will be equal to 2. So the value of x is equal to 2. देखिए, एक ये सवाल है. Two elements A and B which form 0.15 moles of A2B and AB3 type compounds. If both A2B and AB3 weigh equally, इससे क्या मतलब हुआ? इन दोनों का मोलर मास सेम है. ठीक है, they are weighing equally. इसका मतलब क्या? They are, both of them have same molar mass, weigh equally. Then the atomic weight of A is dash times atomic weight of B. Write this question, फिर इसको डिस्कस करेंगे. See here. When you have molecular mass, molecular weight of A2B is equal to molecular weight of AB3, then in this case 2A plus B will be equal to A plus 3B. This is the most important line. ठीक है ना? ये तो आपको, ये हमने कहाँ से लाया? ये हमने लाया सवाल से ही, है ना? We have got this from the question itself. This equation we have got from the question itself. We are saying if both A2B and AB3 weigh equally, then molecular weight of A2B will be equal to molecular weight of AB3. Now 2A plus B will be equal to A plus 3B. And when you are going to switch sides, है ना? A को यहाँ ले जाइए आप, B को इधर ले आइए. So you will have 2A minus A will be equal to 3B minus B, and here A will be equal to 2B. That means A is how many times atomic weight of B? It is 2 times the atomic weight of B. ठीक है, ये आसान सवाल था, not very tough.
So can you show the question?
Yeah. Those who are done, they can start writing this one. Sorry. Let us see this question now. Okay. Hemoglobin contains 0.34% of iron by mass. Okay, 0.34% of iron by mass. That means if we have 100 grams of hemoglobin, then in 100 grams we have 0.34 grams of iron. 0.34 grams of iron. The number of Fe atoms in 3.3 gram of hemoglobin is how much? Okay, so they have given the mass percentage. 100 gram में कितना होता? 0.34 grams of Fe. Now in 3.3 grams कितना हो जाएगा? So for that you can directly see number of Fe atom will be equal to the percentage mass of Fe into the mass of hemoglobin. तो percentage mass कितना था आपके पास? That is 0.34 divided by 100 into the mass of hemoglobin जो हमारे पास है, that is 3.3 divided by this is going to give you ये जो इतना है ना, let me color this something different. This blue part is going to give you the mass of Fe in 3.3 grams. ठीक है, यहां तक जो आपका पार्ट है, this part, this is going to give you the mass of, जैसे मान लीजिए आपके पास 0.34 ग्राम कैसे मिला हमको in 100 grams. 100 grams का मतलब 0.34 divided by 100 into what is the mass of hemoglobin I am taking? I am taking 100 grams. तो कितना आ गया? 0.34 grams of Fe. 3.3 grams. If I have 3.3 grams, then I have to just remove, substitute 3.3 instead of 100 here. 3.3 and divide by molecular weight. So mass upon molecular weight is going to give you the number of moles. उसको आप multiply कर दीजिए किससे? Avogadro's number से. You are going to get the number of atoms. Please write this down. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? प्रिया, प्रज्वल, कृष्णा, हमजा and Adriel, tell me guys.
Yes, sir.
What about others? Krishna, Adriel?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. Can you write this next question? A protein A contains 0.30% of glycine, whose molecular weight is 75. The minimum molar mass of protein A is equal to dash into 10 to the power 3 grams per mole, the nearest integer. All of you wrote this question, yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
Okay, see. So see the percentage of whatever percentage glycine is present, that is equal to the molar mass of the glycine. Whatever amount of glycine is present, that is given as 75. Divided by the molecular weight of the big element. The same thing can be used for percentage of a particular atom. For example, if I have, let us suppose something like this, CH3COOH. So what is the percentage of hydrogen atom? So इसमें क्या करेंगे? Percentage of hydrogen is equal to the amount of the mass of hydrogen that is present divided by the molar mass of this complete compound into 100. है ना, into 100. तो यहाँ पे मोलर मास क्या है ग्लाइसिन का, that is 75. Now since protein, let me just tell you some things. If you don't know protein, so proteins are long chain amino acids. Amino acid 1, amino acid 2, amino acid 3. ठीक है, amino acids, we have amino acid, and what we are doing, we are applying the formula. If I have CH3COOH, अगर आपसे कोई पूछे what is the percentage amount of hydrogen, that is, तो आप बोलिएगा ठीक है, whatever the mass of hydrogen is present in this particular compound divided by the molar mass, the molar weight of CH3COOH into 100. ठीक है, this is going to be the percentage of hydrogen. Similarly, if I want to talk about a particular amino acid, then what is the amount of amino acid that is present divided by the molecular weight of this big compound, the macromolecule, into 100. Okay, so molecular weight will be equal to 75 upon 0.30 into 100, that is equal to 75 upon 3 into 1000, और आपका आंसर आएगा 25 into 10 to the power 3. So the A will be here, this is 25 into 10 to the power 3 grams per mole. Now there is a slight यहाँ पे जो हम बोलेंगे NTA की तरफ से mistake है, that is they have given molecular weight is equal to 75. It would have been better if they just give the weight is 75 grams, or weight is 75 U. That's it. Okay, but it doesn't matter so much. Molecular weight and weight, both of the same things you can use here. So please write 0.375 upon molecular weight into 100. So molecular weight of the big macromolecule will be equal to 75 upon 0.30 into 100. Right, next, empirical formula and molecular formula. So what is the difference between empirical and molecular formula? Empirical formula is the minimum molar ratio of atoms in molecule. Okay, a molecular formula is what? Molecular formula is the actual number of atoms present in a molecule. Okay, for example, let me see, if you have CH3COOH. Okay, so this is a molecular formula. Okay, this is the molecular formula. If you want to see the empirical formula, so I can write C2H4O2. इसको I can reduce it furthermore. Yes or no? Please tell me. Can I reduce it furthermore? C2H4O2 इससे कुछ common ले सकते हैं हम लोग, बताइए. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So what will be the empirical formula? It will be
CH2O.
CH2O, है ना? So this is my empirical formula, और इसका molecular formula is what? It is CH3COH. So this is the difference between empirical formula and molecular formula. Empirical formula is the minimum molar ratio. You have to minimize it as much as you can. But molecular formula is the actual number of atoms present in a particular molecule. एक molecule में actually कितने number of atoms है? That is the molecular formula. And molecular formula, empirical formula, they are related as molecular formula is equal to N into empirical formula. N can be calculated by weight of molecular formula upon weight of empirical formula. Whatever the ratio will be, you will just plug the ratio and you will get the molecular formula from the empirical formula. Okay. Now, see this one, write this question. (116 gram of substance upon dissociation reaction yields 7.5 gram of hydrogen, 60 grams of oxygen, and 48.5 grams of carbon. Given the atomic masses of hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon are 1, 16, and 12 respectively, the data agrees with how many formula of the following? So again, this is again integer type question. इसमें से कितनों में ये formula fit होता है? Write this down. Okay, so first of all, what you need to do is I'm just giving you some hints, and then if you can't do, then I will tell you how to do it. You have hydrogen, that is how much? 7.5 gram. So hydrogen ka mass 7.5 grams. You have to divide it by whatever the molar mass, 7.5 upon 1. Do the same thing for oxygen and carbon also. Do the same thing for oxygen and carbon also. Okay. So for hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon, tell me the values that you are getting. Hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon. Hydrogen के लिए तो 7.5 मिल जाएगा आपको, right? When you divide the mass upon molar mass. What about oxygen?
3.7.
7.5. What about carbon?
4.04.
4.04. Anyone remembers what to do next? इसके बाद क्या करना पड़ता है? From 11th standard? No? Okay, fine. Now whatever the least, यहाँ पे जो सबसे कम है ना, उसको सबसे divide कर दी. You have 7.5 upon 3.75, 3.75 upon 3.75, and 4.04 upon 3.75. ठीक है? So here you will get a value of ये लंबा क्या हुआ? You will get a value of, this will be approximately equal to 2, this will be equal to 1, and this will also be approximately equal to 1. Correct? Yes or no, please tell me. Correct है?
Yes.
है ना? So what we have the empirical formula. इससे हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा? You will get the empirical formula that is equal to, you have 1 carbon and you have 2 hydrogens and I have 1 oxygen. ठीक है? Now CH3COH is equal to how much? CH3COH is C2H4O2. Is this fitting to this formula? Yes or no, please tell me. Next formaldehyde is CH2O. ये तो बिल्कुल fit हो रहा है. What about this one? This is C2. We have H6 and O2. ये है आपके पास carbon 2, H4 and 1 oxygen. Tell me A, B, C, D में से कौन कौन सा जो है that is fitting on the empirical formula. Yes, Hamza correct. Yes, Adriel correct. Krishna correct. Yes, very good. So A and B, both of these things, right? A and B. So हमारे पास the data agrees with how many formula? Your answer will be 2. Shall we write this question? $100 grams of an ideal gas is kept in a cylinder of 416 liters, volume at 27 degrees Celsius under 1.5 bar pressure. The molar mass of the gas is dash grams per mole. Try कीजिए, okay? It is PV is equal to nRT, okay? And PV is equal to number of moles, क्या होता है? The given mass divided by the molar mass into RT. क्या निकालना है? We have to find the molar mass. So molar mass will be equal to the given mass into R into T divided by the pressure into volume. ठीक है? You have the formula. Please try to plug in the values and then tell me the answer. Yes, Krishna, correct. Very good. Anyone else who got the answer? So Priyadarshini, what will be the nearest integer? Nearest integer आप लोग करना. Yeah, very good, correct. Questions are going to be simple. You just need to plug in the values and you have to calculate. Calculation में आप लोग please don't get lazy in calculations. ठीक है? No, Adriel, I think you did some mistake. The answer is 4. Okay, those who have not got the answer is equal to 4. Okay. See next, the average molecular weight. अच्छा किसी answer is equal to 4. बाकी तो plug in तो आप लोगों ने values कर ही लिया होगा. Still, if you want to write, please write it down. Average molecular weight. So average molecular weight, the concept of average molecular weight came into existence because, for example, you have two different types of hydrogen. You have a hydrogen whose mass is 1 and the hydrogen whose mass is 2, right? So you have, this is what? This is hydrogen and this is deuterium. And then you have tritium also, which has the mass of 3. यहाँ पे आप लोगों को देखें, you have different masses, but the atoms are same. So in that case, we use average molecular weight. Average molecular weight is equal to the mass of the first isotope into its relative abundance plus mass of second isotope into its relative abundance and so on, and divide by the relative abundance of 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, so M1 and M2 are molecular weight of isotope 1, 2, and X1 and X2 are relative abundance of isotope. So if you have 3, then you will be having M1 X1 plus M2 X2 plus M3 X3 divided by X1 plus X2 plus X3. If you have 4 different isotopes, then it is going to be M1 plus X1 plus M1, M2 plus X2 plus M3 plus X3 plus M4 plus X4 divided by X1 plus X2 plus X3 plus X4 and so on. Okay. So similarly, they have asked a question here. Please write this down. The average molar mass of chlorine is 35.5 grams per mole. The ratio of 35 chlorine to 37 chlorine in naturally occurring chlorine is close to what? They're asking the ratio of 35 chlorine to 37 chlorine. So there are two different ways of doing this. First of all, you can use this formula and then get the ratio. And then I will tell you a trick on how to do it. Looking at the options. If you don't have the option, then you have to go the long way. Take 1 more minute and then I will explain. Yes, Priya, that is correct. Okay. So let us see. First of all, let us suppose 35 chlorine and 37 chlorine. As you can see, 35 to 37 chlorine, all of them are 4:1, 1:1, 2:1, 3:1. So I can take the ratio as sum x is to 1. I can take the ratio as sum x is to 1. And 35.5, that is the average molar weight, will be equal to x times 35 plus 1 times 37 upon x plus 1. And when I get this x plus 1 on the left hand side, I will get 35.5x plus 35.5, which will be equal to 35x plus 37. Then I will get this x value here, and I will get this constant 35.5 in the right hand side. I will get 35.5x minus 35.5 minus 35x will be equal to 37 minus 35.5. 0.5x will be equal to 1.5 and x will be equal to 1.5 upon 0.5, that is equal to 3. And that is why when x is equal to 3, 35 chlorine is to 37 chlorine will be 3:1. So this is the right answer. ठीक है? अब दूसरा तरीका देखिए for this question. You have 35 chlorine here, you have 37 chlorine here. What you need to do is you need to divide. आपने 35.5 देख लिया, it is nearer to 35 chlorine. So obviously the amount of 35 chlorine will be much larger. The amount of 35 chlorine will be larger than 37. That is why the average molecular weight is near to 35. Okay, you have to think in that way. If it was, for example, if 37, अगर आपके पास 37 का relative abundance, if it was higher, then the average molar mass will be near to 37, because most of the elements most of the atoms of chlorine that you are getting is what, having 37 atomic mass. But since it is 35.5 and 35.5 is nearer to 35, then we can say that, okay, 35 chlorine is more abundant. 35 chlorine is more abundant. So obviously this option is eliminated, 1:1. Because they are not equal. अगर equal होता तो 36 में होता. Now what you need to do in order to get the accurate value, 35.5 इन दोनों के बीच में, the difference is of 0.5. You will have 35.6 somewhere here. और उसी तरह से this is 36, this is 36.5, and this is 37. Okay, so you have 1, 2, and 3. ठीक है? तो ये distance इसने travel किया. Why it has traveled distance this much? Because it is 3 times. It has traveled 3 times ना. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 3 पर इसने travel किया है. And that is why this is 3. And यहाँ से आपके पास ये कितना है? सिर्फ 1. So इस तरह से आप इसको कर सकते हैं. And let us suppose this is for 37. इसको हम dot दे देते हैं. So this is signifying 37, and this crosses are signifying that because it has traveled nearer to 35, how many distances has traveled? It has traveled 3 distance. This is 3 and this is 1, 3:1, if it makes sense to you. Otherwise, you can go through this particular simple formula based question type of thing, and you can get x is to 1, and then you can get the value of x, and फिर वहां पे आपको relative abundance मिल जाएगा. Okay.
So why
Please write
37
down.
is 1?
Because देखिए इसको इस तरह से समझिए. Let us suppose we had only 35 chlorine और कोई दूसरा chlorine होता ही नहीं. Okay, I have only 35 chlorine in the complete universe. If I dig somewhere and I get chlorine, it is always 35 chlorine. But then what will be the average molar mass of chlorine? It will be 35 only. Correct, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Krishna. है ना? But let us suppose you are now getting also 37 chlorine. ठीक है? 37 chlorine यार. अब क्या होगा? As soon as you start getting 37 chlorine, you will say that the average molar mass is going to shift rightwards, because mass क्या हो रहा है? Sometimes you are getting 35, sometimes you are getting 37. The average क्या होगा? Average तो बढ़ेगा. सही है? Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
है ना? And अब ये 37 जितना है उतना ही rightwards move करेगा. Is that right? Can I say that?
Yes.
है ना? And since we stopped here, So due to 37 chlorine, how much has it traveled? It has traveled only 1 unit. Okay. If it makes sense. Otherwise the formula is always there. Okay. Otherwise the formula is always there.
No, so in the formula, why is it 1?
Acha, I am supposing it has to be.
So can we suppose it like X and Y and then find the ratios like that?
If you go in that way, then you have to have two different formulas, na? X or Y. Though agar aapke paas variable hoga, then you need two equations also. So it is going to be tough. You calculate in this way. Ratio usse bhi nikal jayega. Ratio you can get of X and Y from that also. Okay. But since yahan pe dekhiye, all of them have 1. तो हमने इसको 1 मान लिया. सारे ऑप्शन में 1 था ना, तो हमने इसको 1 मान लिया.
Okay.
Now concentration terms. Before starting concentration terms, some rules. I always refer solvent as A and the solute as B. Okay, what is solvent? Solvent is that particular component of the solution which is present in major amount, and solute is present in minor amount. Okay, and the important thing that we always want to talk about a particular solution is the concentration. So that is why we talk about concentration. That is why we talk about concentration. The simplest concentration term, that is mass percentage of solute. It is equal to the mass of solute divided by the mass of solvent plus mass of solute, the complete mass of all the components into 100. But you will not be using this formula so much so that you will be using this particular part. If you have X percentage of W by W of an aqueous ethanol solution, what does it mean? It means X gram of ethanol is present in 100 gram of solution. Now, in this statement, X gram, X percentage W by W of aqueous ethanol. This is telling me what? This is telling me the mass of solute, that is X grams, whatever the value of X is. It is also telling me the mass of solvent. And since they have given aqueous, तो हमको ये भी पता था solvent is going to be water. Okay, so you have to understand in a very small line of information, they are giving you 3 values. They are giving you the mass of solute, they are giving you mass of solvent. If they have given aqueous, तो यहाँ पे molecular weight of solvent भी दे दे रहे हैं, that is equal to 18 grams. They're also giving the molecular weight if they have given aqueous here. Okay, so they're giving mass of solvent, that is 100 minus X. 100 is the mass of solution minus the mass of solute, that is mass of solvent, and the mass of solution is equal to 100 grams. Okay, so it is important to understand what are the things that this X percentage W by W is telling me. Next, we have X percentage of W by V. When you have X percentage of W by V, what does it mean? It means that 10 gram in 100 ml of solution. Okay, so यहाँ पे आप लोगों को क्या पता चल गया फिर से? You now know what is the mass of solvent. It is X grams. What is the volume of solution? It is equal to 100 ml. And what will be the mass of solvent? Mass of solvent will be 100 ml. This is the volume into its density. That is going to give you the mass minus X. Mass of this is solution minus the mass of solute is going to give you the mass of solvent. Now here D is equal to density of solution in grams per ml. Hai? If you want to write, please write this down. If you are done, then I can move forward. If you have not written, please let me. Next, we have X percentage V by V, that is volume by volume of aqueous ethanol. What does this mean? It means 10 ml of ethanol. I should write 10 ml in 100 ml of solution. Okay, 10 ml in 100 ml of solution. So it's telling me everything about the volume. Volume of solute is equal to X ml, volume of solution is equal to 100 ml, volume of solvent is equal to 100 minus X ml. Now, ppm. What is ppm? ppm is parts per million. Whenever you have been given ppm, for example, they give you 2 ppm. So generally they can give you in mass. What does it mean? It means how much solute in 10 to the power 6 gram of solution. 2 ppm means 2 gram in 10 to the power 6 grams of solution. Similarly, we have ppb, that is parts per billion. It tells how much solute is present in 10 to the power 9 grams of solution. Okay? Now ppm and mass percentage, ppb and mass percentage and ppb and ppm में क्या relationships है? So ppm is equal to 10 to the power 4 into mass percentage. Why? Because mass percentage में you have 100, है ना? तो वो 100 अगर आप mass percentage already has 100, that is why I have taken here as 10 to the power 4. Similarly, आपके पास mass percentage, it already has what? It already has 100. That is why ppb I have taken 10 to the power 7. And ppb and ppm, it is going to be 10 to the power 3 into ppm, because 10 to the power, because ppm has 10 to the power 6. इसमें incorporated है ना. ppb क्या होता है? 10 to the power 9 होता है. So 10 to the power 6 into 10 to the power 3, that is equal to 10 to the power 9. Please write this thing down. Moving on. Mole fraction of solute. Mole fraction is given by chi, this letter chi, and the subscript tells you if it is chi b, that means it is chi b means the mole fraction of the solute. Chi a means mole fraction of the solvent. Now here we have number of moles of B upon number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. This is only valid if you have a solution that has only 2 components. For example, if you have many components, then the chi B will be equal to number of moles of B divided by the number of moles of A plus number of moles of B plus number of moles of C plus number of moles of D, and so on. Okay. So if you have only 2 components, then this formula is applicable. If you have more than 2 components, then you have to write number of moles upon the total number of moles present in the solution. The total number of moles present in the solution. Similarly, chi A will be equal to number of moles of A upon number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. If you add number of moles of A upon number of moles of A plus B, number of moles of B upon number of moles of A and number of moles of B, then you will get the value chi A plus chi B is equal to 1. This is an important thing that you have to remember. I hope all of you remember this also. The mole fraction, the sum of mole fraction is equal to 1. Now, if they have given you the mole fraction of one component, ठीक है, चलिए उसको हम बाद में कर लेंगे, but यहाँ पे पहले देख लीजिए. Mole percentage of solute is equal to chi b into 100. Mole percentage of solute का क्या मतलब हुआ? Mole percentage of solute means what if we have, let us suppose the solution is having 10 moles. Total number of moles कितने हमारे पास हैं? 10. And my solute is having, this is total. My solute is having 2 moles. Then what will be the mole percentage? Mole percentage क्या हो जाएगा? 2 upon 10 into 100. और 2 upon 10 क्या होगा? 2 upon 10 is nothing but it is the mole fraction. So mole fraction into 100 gives you the mole percentage of the solute. Now, the another thing is the ratio of chi A upon chi B is equal to the ratio of number of moles of A and number of moles of B. Why is that? Because chi A is equal to number of moles of A upon number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Similarly, chi B is equal to number of moles of B upon number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Now I can cancel both of these things and I will get number of moles of A upon number of moles of B. So this is also very important. The ratio of mole fraction of 2 components is equal to the ratio of their number of moles. Now, if they have given you the mole fraction of solute, that is chi B, is given, then indirectly they have also given what? They have also given the chi A and they have given the mole ratio of solvent and solute. Mole ratio of what? Solvent and solute भी उन्होंने दे दिया है आपको. Please note this down. And then everyone, yes or no, please tell me. Done everyone?
Done, sir.
Okay. Let us discuss morality. फिर हम लोग सवाल करेंगे, है ना? सिर्फ theory बोल हो जाएगा. Okay, so molality, by definition, molality is the number of moles of solute divided by the mass of solvent in kg. Nb upon Wa. A means solvent. The unit is moles per kg. Now you can also write this, if you have the mass of solvent in grams, then number of moles of solute divided by the mass of solvent in grams into 10 to the power 3. That is also going to give you molality. Now, there are many ways in which you can represent molality depending on what information has been given. For example, if you have been given the mass of solution and not the mass of solvent, so what you are going to do, mass of solution minus mass of solute, it is going to give you the Wa, mass of solvent. And if it is in grams, into 10 to the power 23, 10 to the power 3 kar dijiyega, so you will get it in kg, and number of moles is as it is, number of moles of solute is as it is. For example, they have not even given the mass of solution, but they have given the density and the volume of solution. So density into volume, what is density? Density is equal to mass upon volume. So V into D will be equal to mass. So if they have not given the mass of solution, then they will give you density and volume. Density into volume will give you the mass of solution. If you subtract the mass of solute, then you are going to get the mass of solvent. If it is in grams, then 10 to the power 3 will be in the numerator. Now, this is the relationship between molality and molarity. This is important. So now here we have molarity. Molarity is what? Molarity is number of moles of solute in 1000 ml. ठीक है? तो whatever the number of moles will be there. For example, अगर आपके पास 2 molar होगा, तो what is the number of moles? Number of moles हो जाएंगे 2. ठीक है? So you have got the moles of solute. Number of moles of solute मिल गया आपको, तो NB की जगह हमने whatever the value of molarity है वो रख दिया. Now it is the same equation as the above one, but यहाँ पे we have defined the volume. The volume is what? Volume is 1000 ml. So instead of VA, I am writing 1000. And if they have not given you the mass of solute, if they are not given the mass of solute, then आप यहाँ पे क्या कर सकते हैं? MB. What is this again? M. This again M is the molarity. M क्या है फिर से आपके पास? This is the molarity into the molar weight of B. See, molarity is equal to number of moles. Molarity से आपको number of moles मिल जाएगा. Number of moles is equal to the given mass upon molar mass. और आपको क्या चाहिए? Given mass चाहिए. The number of moles into the molar mass is going to give you the given mass. Okay. So this equation M into MWB is going to give you the mass of solute. D into 1000 is going to give you the mass of solution. And M is going to give you the number of moles. Number of moles here also, number of moles here also. Please write this down. And then write this question also. Done everyone is on a piece of me. Let us see this question. 250 grams of solution of D-glucose in water contains 10.8% of carbon by weight. The molality of the solution is nearest to. They have given me the percentage of carbon. They have given me the percentage of carbon, and they have also given me the 20. This is the complete mass of the solution. Now, percentage of carbon will be equal to whatever mass of carbon that is present divided by the total mass, that is 250 into 100. So here हमने लिखा 10.8 is equal to, that is the percentage of carbon, is equal to the mass of carbon that is actually present in the solution divided by total mass of solution into 100. The mass of carbon comes out to be 27 grams. Okay, if you calculate, this is going to be 27 grams. Now the molar mass of glucose is equal to 180 grams. Now in 1 mole of glucose, we have 72 gram of carbon. Why? Because we have C6. C6 means 12 into 6, which is equal to 72. So if I have 180 gram of glucose, then it will have 72 gram of carbon. Similarly, if I have 27 gram of carbon, then it is going to be present in how many moles, in how many grams of glucose? It will be present in 67.2 grams of glucose. 180 upon 72 into 27. 180, 72 yahan se aaya. 27 grams will be present in 67.2 grams of glucose. Now we have got the mass of glucose. We have also the molar mass of glucose, and we also have what? We have the total mass of solution. We have total mass of solution. Here molality will be equal to what? This is number of moles divided by the mass of solution minus the mass of solute. Solute kya hai aapke paas? This is glucose. Glucose is solute. Mass of solution minus mass of solute is going to give me what? Tell me, guys. Mass of solution minus solute. Kya dega? Mass of dash. Mass of solution minus mass of solute will give me what? Oh, वो इतनी देर से बता रहे हैं.
Solvent.
हाँ, very good. It is going to give you mass of solvent. ठीक है, mass of solvent. And if you calculate this, this is going to be 2.04 into 10 to 2.04 moles per kg. And once you're done, please write this question also. This is 10 to the power minus 3 is from 10 to the power minus 3 millimoles. See, 10th question is very easy. Try it. आराम से पढ़िए सवाल को. 1 liter aqueous solution of H2SO4 contains 0.02 millimoles. M क्या है ये? This is millimoles of H2SO4. 0.02 millimoles of H2SO4 is present. 50% of this solution. That means we had 1 liter, उसका हमने आधा कर दिया. Right? We have now 500 ml. 500 ml will have half millimole. Right? Because this is not concentration. Please remember, this is not concentration. This is the actual number of moles. So when you are going to half 1 liter into 500 ml, so one 500 ml will have 0.01 millimoles, and the other 500 ml will have another 0.01 millimoles. Now we have 0.01 millimoles of H2SO4. Now this solution is diluted with deionized water to give 1 liter of solution. तो फिर उसमें उन्होंने कितना डाल दिया? उसको dilute करके 1 liter कर दिया. So I have just added water. I have not added any H2SO4. I have not removed any H2SO4. That is why my 0.01 will be still 0.01. And we have called this solution A. That is 0.01 moles, 0.01 millimoles in 1 liter. That is solution A. In solution A, 0.01 millimoles of H2SO4 are added. I had 0.01. They gave me 0.01. I got how much? 0.02. अब 0.02 को आपको something into 10 to the power 3, sorry, something into 10 to the power minus 3 के फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करना है. Tell me what will be this value x. हाँ तो x बताइए कितना आ रहा है? What is the value of x? 10th वाले सवाल में. What is the value of x? अरे नहीं नहीं. No, how? It's 10 to the power minus 3 है ये. It will be a number. Integer होगा. It will be an integer. You have to convert. Basically, you have to convert 0.02 into a form that is x into 10 to the power minus 3. I will correct now. Very good. Krishna, very good. This will be 20 into 10 to the power minus 3, ना? 20 into 10 to the power minus 3 millimoles. ठीक है? 0.02. यहाँ पे एक 0 लगा दीजिए. 1, 2, 3. This is 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay. Let us quickly see molarity. कुछ सवाल रह गए हैं बस. I think 2 or 3 more questions. What is molarity? Molarity, number of moles upon volume of solution in liters. Since I have not written A or B, it means solution. Number of moles of solute upon volumes of solution in liter. Molarity is also number of moles of solute divided by the mass of solvent in gram into the density of solution, into the density of solution in grams per ml. See, what is density is equal to mass upon volume. I need volume. So volume will be equal to mass upon density. ठीक है? तो mass upon density था. Denominator का denominator numerator हो जाता है. Okay, so that is why we have this formula. Molarity is equal to number of moles upon the mass of solution into the density of solution. When mass percentage and density in grams per liter of solution is given, then you will use the formula x. X is x percentage by mass. ठीक है, अगर आपको दिया हुआ है 10% W by W, then you will put 10 here. 10 into density divided by the molar weight of the solute into 100. You will get the molarity. Write this formula down. Then you have number of moles of solute. It is equal to how much? It is equal to the molarity into volume. ठीक है, volume को इधर ले जाइए, you will get the number of moles. Next, if you have been given X percentage, that is in mass by volume of a solution, then molarity will be equal to X into 1000 upon molar weight of the solute into 100. So if you cancel this two, you will get X into 10 upon molar weight of the solvent. X is what? X is mass by volume percentage. Next, we have normality. Normality is the number of gram equivalent of solute divided by molarity into n factor. And normality will be equal to what? N factor into molarity. बस आप molarity calculate कर लीजिए, and you can calculate the n factor. N factor क्या होता है? For example, if you have, let us suppose AlCl3. ठीक है, AlCl3. So in this case, aluminium का n factor कितना हो जाएगा? It is going to be 3, and chlorine कितना हो जाएगा? 1 हो जाएगा. So basically ये valency के ऊपर depend करता है. We'll do some question and वहाँ पे आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. N factor into the molarity. Write this down. Then write this question, 11th question. When 200 ml of 0.2 molar acetic acid is shaken with 0.6 gram of wood charcoal. Charcoal is pure carbon. Charcoal, this is pure carbon, okay? The final concentration of acetic acid after adsorption is 0.1 molar. The mass of acetic acid absorbed per gram of carbon is how much? First of all, we have to see how many, what is the moles of acetic acid that has been absorbed, and then what is the mass of acetic acid that has been absorbed, and then इसको 0.6 से divide कर देंगे, so we will get the mass of acetic acid absorbed per gram of carbon. ठीक है, first of all what we have to see, what is the mass of acetic acid absorbed, ये निकाल लीजिए, and then divide by the 0.6 gram. 0.6 gram से divide कर दीजिए, you will get the answer. So first of all, if you want the mass, you have to know the moles. Initially, the moles of acetic acid is equal to how much? You will use this formula. Number of moles is equal to molarity into volume. Molarity is 0.2 moles per liter, and the volume is 200 ml. 200 ml में milliliter में liter and liter inverse will get cancelled, and you will get 40 millimoles. ठीक है, आपको क्या मिला यहाँ पे? You have got 40 millimoles. After adsorption, it became how much? 0.1. ठीक है, after adsorption it became how much? 0.1. Now after adsorption I can say that we have how many millimoles? आधा हो गया. आधा means 40 था, now it is about 20 millimoles. ठीक है, after adsorption 20 millimoles. That means 20 millimoles has also been adsorbed. So 0.6 gram of carbon adsorbed 20 into milli की जगह हमने क्या लिखा है? 10 to the power minus 3 moles of acetic acid. Now 0.6 gram it has adsorbed 20 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now moles की जगह I have written 60 grams because the molar mass of acetic acid is equal to 60. यहाँ पे देखिए carbon is 12 plus 3 of hydrogen, again 12, and then 32 for oxygen and 1. So you will have, if you add this down, it is you are going to get 60 here. Now 20 into 60 into 10 to the power minus 3, it is going to give you 1200 into 10 to the power minus 3. 1200 into 10 to the power minus 3 is going to give you 1.2. So 1.2 gram of acetic acid has been adsorbed. Or 1.2 gram has been adsorbed by 0.6 gram of carbon atom. That means per gram क्या हो जाएगा? 1.2 upon 0.6, that is equal to 2 grams. तो आपका आंसर कितना हो जाएगा यहाँ पे? This is 2 grams. per gram of carbon, it has the ability to absorb 2 grams of acetic acid. See next. इसको कीजिए आप लोग खुद से. A commercially sold concentrated HCl is 35% HCl by mass. If the density of this commercial acid is 1.46 grams per ml, the molarity of this solution is how much? ठीक है? Please calculate कीजिए खुद से आप लोग. You have been given mass percentage and the density. Direct formula वाला सवाल है. See, please remember, हमने क्या बोला था? If you have been given the mass percentage, तो आपको क्या क्या पता है? You have the mass of solute, you have the mass of solvent, you have the mass of solution also, you have the mass of solute also. तो आपको mass of solution चाहिए. Mass of solution से mass of solution and density is going to give you the volume of solution, and mass of solute से you are going to get the number of moles of B. ठीक है, तो everything is given. I'm giving you these steps. If you get stuck, please let me know. First of all, what is the mass of solute? From mass of solute, you have been given the atomic masses. वहां से आप क्या निकाल सकते हैं? The number of moles of solute. Next thing is that you have to know what is the mass of solution. Mass of solution से आप क्या निकाल सकते हैं? You can get the volume of solution. ठीक है? You can get the volume of solution. Mass of volume के लिए क्या चाहिए आपको? Unit density. Mass और moles में क्या चाहिए आपको? You need the molar mass. ठीक है? So once you get this and this, बस हो गया. Number of moles upon volume कर दीजिएगा. If you are stuck, please let me know in which step 1, 2, 3 और 4 में किस step में आप लोग अटक रहे हैं. Okay. Tell me, Adriel, are you stuck? You are trying. किसी का आंसर आया है? Oh, Krishna. I don't think so. Okay, what about others? Adriel, Krishna, can you send the answer on my WhatsApp? Can you click a photo and send the answer on my WhatsApp? Acha. Also, Prajal and Priya, note my number down. Okay. So I sometimes ask student to send me the photo whatever they have done to see. So please save this number. Salim. Krishna, you send me what you have done. Krishna. Oh, नहीं. Mass of solution आपने गलत लिया. Mass of solution is wrong. चलिए देखिए. Who will translate this? Tell me. 35% W by W का क्या मतलब हुआ? 35 grams of HCl in dash gram of solution. Tell me. How many grams of solution?
100 grams.
14600 क्यों बोल रहे हैं आप? It is 100 grams ना. यहां तक ही आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन आ जाएगा. I hope आपने स्टार्टिंग से ही तो हमने यही बताया. When we started concentration terms, see, X percentage W by W, that means X gram in 100 gram of solution. Okay, Adriel? Got it? ठीक है? So that is why we have what? 35 gram of HCl and 100 gram of solution. 100 gram of solution क्या लिख सकते हैं? 100 upon, इससे अगर वॉल्यूम निकालना है, so volume will be what? Whatever the mass is divided by the density. 100 upon 1.46, this will be equal to 100 upon 1.46 ml. It will be in milliliter. Now molarity will be equal to the given mass, 35 grams we have. Molar mass will be 36.5. My bad, हमने 35 लिख दिया है. 35 upon 36.
So
Yes,
I
Krishna.
kept it as 100 only, but I did not. I think I wrote the above step wrong.
पहला आपका गलत है. N upon V में ही गलत है आपका. 35 upon 1.46 कर दिया आपने.
No, sir.
देखिए.
You can check the second step, sir. That one I think I changed it.
सेकंड
in
स्टेप में
a-
सही है. हाँ, सेकंड स्टेप में फिर सही है. बट फिर आपके आंसर गलत क्यों आ रहा है? खैर देखिए. Okay, let us see here. And into 10 to the power 3. Why? Because milli is 10 to the power minus 3. और वो ऊपर चल जाएगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? 10 to the power plus 3. Okay. Now 100 upon 1.46, which will be equal to 35.5 into 1.46 upon 35.5 into 100 into 1000. है ना? Into 1000. यहाँ से 1000 और 100 में से कैंसिल कर दीजिए. You will get 35 into 1.46. This 36.5 no? 35 into 1.46 into 10 divided by 36.5 into nothing. Okay. Now here you will, I can almost cancel this, right? I can almost cancel this. अब यहाँ पे we have 36.5 and here we have 1.46. 1.46 इन दोनों को ये कर दीजिएगा. This will be 14.6. So obviously the answer will be a bit less than 14.6 and a bit less than 14.6 मतलब क्या हो जाएगा? It will be less than 14.5 है ना? Because here you have 35 upon 36.5. ठीक है? तो इसकी वजह से the answer is going to be what? It will be 0 point something है ना? It will be 0 point something. 1 से नीचे होगा ये. And that is by 14.6 will become something less than 14.6. So approximately answer आपके पास 14 आ जाएगा. You can do the complete calculation, but approximation से भी आप यहाँ पे काम चला सकते हैं. So they are almost near 35 and 36.5. तो इसको आप लोग somewhere around 1 कर सकते हैं. थोड़ा सा कम हो गया तो it is going to be what? 14.5 से लेस हो जाएगा. So that's why 14 here. Okay. ये क्वेश्चन हम लोग कल करते हैं ताकि थोड़ा सा आज का रिवाइज भी हो जाए. This is the last question, by the way. We are going to do this in the next class tomorrow. Now, what you need to do is repeat all. ठीक है, प्लीज ध्यान रखें. What you have to do, you have to repeat all the questions. जितना I mean, we had done only 12 question. 12 क्वेश्चन को आपको क्या करना है, फिर से रिपीट करना. ओके, wait a second. Please write this down. (35/36.5) को आपने क्या कर दिया कृष्ण? सेकंड स्टेप ठीक है, सेकंड से थर्ड स्टेप में तो फिर पता नहीं क्या किया आपने.
No, sir, I didn't multiply 35. I got the answer.
Okay. Any doubt guys, please let me know. Also you have my number if you have doubts ना, अगर आपको कोई सवाल आप कर रहे हैं कहीं से प्रीवियस ईयर्स वगैरह से और आपको कुछ डाउट है तो you can send the question on my WhatsApp. ठीक है, फोटो खींच के हमको भेज दीजिएगा. एंड डोंट वेट फॉर द क्लास. ऐसा मत कीजिएगा सर मतलब क्लास के इंतजार में. कल आप हमसे कोई डाउट पूछ रहे हैं, आस्क द डाउट एनी टाइम अदर देन द क्लास, बिकॉज क्लास में फिर पढ़ने आइए आप. उसके बाद बाकी टाइम में डाउट पूछ लीजिए. Done everyone? Yes or no, please tell me.
Done, sir.
Okay. Any questions? Priya, Prajwal, Krishna, Hamza, Adriel. Yes, Priya, no doubt. Prajwal, what about you? Hamza, Adriel, clear? Okay. Just wait a second. All of you attended the physics class, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all of you have attended. Okay, fine. ठीक है. If someone amongst you or some of your friends who have not attended the physics class, if they want to attend the physics class, then 10 PM पे attend कर लीजिएगा. But I think आप लोग में से 5 ने attend किया हुआ है ना? चलिए, ठीक है. 10 PM IST there will be again a physics class. तो जिसने नहीं किया है उसके लिए है, जिसने किया उसके लिए नहीं है. Okay, that's it for today. We'll meet again tomorrow with stoichiometric calculations, and we will also do a bit more things on concentration terms, that is dilution and mixing and everything. और वो सारी चीजें ना उसमें reactions भी आ जाते हैं, because you have neutralization reaction, फिर कितने number of moles बचे हैं ना. So all of those things we are going to do in tomorrow's class, and कल फिर mole concept खत्म हो जाएगा. And please do mole concept से बहुत सवाल आते हैं. And if you know mole concept, then फिर you will have it easy in colligative property, Rod's law, Henry's law, उन सब में भी आपको वहाँ पे help मिलेगी, है ना. Then again you will also be having a bit things easy in electrochemistry, in chemical